Hello, good morning. This team is formed by Carlos Duran, Cesar Nieto, Juan Cruz, Manuel Cerón, Natacha Rico, and Joseph Valdez. And we are going to present this video as a part of the English project of Unit 3 named Problems in the Kitchen. I hope you enjoy it.
When we were starting to open the restaurant, we thought it would be a relaxed day without much work. Inside it was a weekday, and normally there is not much demand throughout the day. It all started off smooth with few orders and was very relaxed. We even had some work ahead of time that had to be done, but after none, many customers began to arrive. So many that the restaurant was filled in a matter of seconds. But we didn't know that from that moment on the problems would begin in the kitchen.
The first inconvenience that arose in the kitchen was that the oven used for some dishes did not want to turn on. So I asked the chef, "Chef, what will happen to the dishes to go in the oven?" He told me not to take to the dishes in the others, and the others dishes were still in existence. At the moment, the others began to enter the kitchen. This made everyone get worried. In that college, for running in the corridor, she slept, the causing him slight sprain, but it made him lose valuable time in the kitchen.
After a few minutes, we realized that my partner couldn't get up anymore. So the orders were coming together and we were under more and more pressure for the delivery time of the dishes. This caused people to be furious, not understanding why we were late in the kitchen. They were so angry that they began to insult the waiters, and the waiters reacted in the worst way, confronting one of the diners to the point of coming to blows. From one moment to the next, the customer stood up and began to hit the waiter. The waiter responded in kind, starting a fight between waiters and angry diners.
At that moment, they went to inform the chef what was happening. Immediately afterwards, the chef tries to calm them down, but they don't listen to anything he says. So the chef tries to separate them, but when trying, it receives a blow of one of them. The diners see the situation that was happening, stop fighting, and help the chef to stand up, at which point everyone falls silent. The first to speak was the chef. I wait, and now you can hear what I have to say, please. The waiters and diners feel embarrassed and wonder if I would shout instead of talking.
He began by shaking his head at the reprehensible act of customers and waiters, since he had never seen anything similar in his long experience as a chef. Later, he addressed the workers first, with a fairly calm tone in the face of the situation, saying, "See you in the kitchen to talk about this." Then the employees went quickly while they cleaned some stains, dust, and also cleaned their faces. Later, he offered an apology to the clients for the waiting time to receive their dishes and explaining the reason for this situation. While they react to the context of the situation, they began to feel ashamed, since the entire restaurant was looking at them until one of the diners who was involved in the fight said
that he was very embarrassed about everything that had happened and apologized to the chef. At which point the other diners began to apologize. The chef told him not to worry, but only asked him them not happen again. At that moment, went to the kitchen to speak with the waiters. The chef spoke very seriously with them, telling them how it was possible for them to fight like that and that if something like this happening again, there would be consequences up to and including dismissal. After that talk, they finished making the pending dishes. Diners returned to their seats and wait for their arrived dishes.